love about live, but I hate it. All right. So, I found the paperwork I needed. All right. So, I am live on YouTube. I'm live on TikTok. I can't go live on Facebook, and I cannot go live on Instagram. Who knows why? I'm not gonna worry my little head about it, but if you had a card with U.S. Auto Sales, Nicholas Financial Inc., American Car Center, like the live and share the live. Your favorite debt collector just bonded Donald Trump out of jail. So we're gonna do a real, I'm gonna do a real deep dive. I'm gonna do a real deep dive. So the first thing, I had to go out and come back in, baby. All right, so first things first, we're gonna start off with the actual contract. I'm gonna tell y'all. Okay. This right here is my contract with U.S. Auto Sales. I do not feel bad for being in the position that I was in. It's just something that I got into, and it helped me learn about a lot of different things over time. So if you had a car with U.S. Auto Sales, you had a car with American Car Center, you had a car with Nicholas Financial Inc., I need you to tap in, like the live, and share the live, please. I am only live on YouTube and TikTok right now because Facebook and Instagram is not fooling with me. All right. So for those that do not know, I actually purchased a vehicle with U.S. Auto Sales and on February 1st of 2023. I purchased a vehicle, and of course I personally felt uncomfortable, and because my uncomfortability got the best of me, I ended up speaking to my mate at the time, and he told me to put a lien on my vehicle. Of course, when people hear lien, they get a little frantic, they get scared, they get upset, they feel some type of way, or whatever the case may be. And that was my initial reaction when it came to putting a lien on my own vehicle. But it was very simple, very easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I ended up putting a lien on my vehicle. And when I put the lien on my vehicle, I ended up getting a kickback, and I'm gonna show y'all what the kickback is. If you go and look up how to put a lien on your vehicle in your state, you'll be able to find the state website, and they'll basically let you know what it is. So this right here is exactly what I filed, and of course y'all gonna see my mama address. We live in Clay County. That's not something that I have to hide. I don't have to hide that, because if you look up my name, Clay County is gonna come up anyway. So I'm going to assume, because I haven't been able to look at what the UCC, which is the Uniform Commercial Code, which has to be done during every transaction. I don't know if the form has changed, but when I first did it, like I said, I purchased my vehicle February 1st of 2023, and my mate at the time was like, go ahead and just put a lien on your vehicle if you're feeling that uncomfortable. So I ended up putting U.S. Auto Sales and U.S. Auto Finance as the debtor of my vehicle, and I put me as the secured party. I put that it's being held in a trust and things of that nature, which were absolutely true. Everything that I put on this right here was absolutely correct. So I looked up, I did a UCC 1 lien search. I mean a UCC 11 lien search, and unfortunately they weren't listed at all, and it was a reason for that, but you know, to each his own. I tried to take that certified UCC 11 search to my Department of Revenue to retrieve the title, and I still was not able to retrieve the title. So that's why when people tell you, like, go get a UCC 11 search, and it may not work out all the time. So I'm going to tell you about all the many mistakes that are inside of my contract, and why I tell everybody to please start reading your contract. Like the live and share the live, because this is some really, really important shit that I'm about to tell y'all, and I'm about to show y'all. So, according to this contract, there is a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, can't remember who the manager's name was at the location off of Terra Boulevard, but he wasn't as smart, or he could not work the system quite yet because they were just transferring over to a new system, because the old system they couldn't do because they didn't pay those people. So he ended up printing out everything because that's what I told him to do. I told him to print out everything. I didn't want anything emailed to me. I wanted the full thing. And a lot of people get this thick package, which is something that I received. So this agreement is actually broken down into a couple of different sections, and I'm going to tell you why it's considered an agreement compared to an actual contract. I'm going to tell you why. Hold on. Because I done been up and down, in and out of this contract so many times. It's ridiculous. I should be better at this, but again, everywhere and nowhere. This is what I do. Alright. Alright, I think that goes. Yeah, that goes. Alright. So I'm going to tell you exactly how this contract is broken down. If you have a car with U.S. Auto Sales, go ahead and like the live and share the live. If you had a car with American Car Center, I'm going to talk about them as well. If you had a car with Nicholas Financial Inc., I want to get into all of that today. The only reason I'm telling you guys this is because it's really important. Westlake Portfolio just bonded out Donald Trump with I think it's $175 billion bond, if I'm not mistaken, a $175 billion bond. But I'm gonna tell you why it's all important and why it's all tying together. All right, so it originally starts at your contract. I have two of these. These are called my retail installment contract. It's also known as an agreement. Anything that you can change is an agreement. If you have the ability to cancel, revoke, or do anything, it is not a contract, it's an agreement. It is a revocable trust agreement. Revocable means that it can be changed, right? So I'm gonna just put that out there. Boom. Then you have the purchase agreement, which is the second part of this contract. After the second part of this contract, you have the warranty, which the warranty is broken in two different sections. You have your limited warranty, which is normally like 30 days, and then you have your other warranty, which is your vehicle service contract, aka an agreement with the DOWC. This is something that you pay for. After those two, you have information about the car. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 5 parts to your contract. I want y'all to know that. I'm being very informative right now. I'm just letting y'all know it's a lot of stuff that's going on, but I have to start at the beginning because that's just how my mind works. I'm sorry. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. But if you had a car with U.S. Auto Sales, American Car Center, Nicholas Financial Inc., I need you to tune in, like the live, share the live, because somebody needs to hear this information because it's very important. All right. First things first, I want you to understand, anytime that you have never, hey Willis, anytime that you have a contract and you do not understand the words, or for whatever reason, these words, they don't seem correct to you, it probably is that. The reason why I tell people that all the time is because people don't understand. When I say this right here saved my life. What about Carvana? If you have a I'm gonna say this, if you have a different contract, I can look at it, I can break it down. I don't be tripping about other people's contracts. I be telling folks all the time, click the link in my bio, you can go ahead and book a one-on-one session with me. I am costly because I ain't saying I'm charging $500 out, but I like to sit up here and I like to give my personal opinion. I don't never give out legal advice. I don't give out legal advice. That is not what I do. Never will do that. Never have done that. But I do tell people how I read stuff because I explain to people on the daily. I have ADHD and impulsive disorder. So for me to actually sit down and focus on something that's interesting to me, it was very hard at first until I realized how these people really just try to jailhouse me. And if you don't know how I talk, I need you to fully understand it. So when I say somebody tried to jailhouse me, that means somebody tried to, if y'all ever seen South Central, bend you over, broom up the butt, no Vaseline, no love, no glove, no dinner, no kisses, no nothing. Give it to me, and that's what it is. You feel me? That's what these companies did to all of us on the day-to-day basis. And the fact that we haven't really sat down and paid any attention to it is crazy. And I'm also going to break down rent-a-center contract. Because I be trying to tell y'all, when I tell you I've worked at every place that you can think of and I grab something from every place, we're going to get into that today. And if you want to rewatch the entire live, it'll be on YouTube. So click the link, click on my YouTube, and you'll get to see it. So let's break down this contract. Remember, I told you there are 5 different parts. The first part is your retail installment agreement. The reason why this is important is because when you're looking at your car agreement, so you had the folks call me. What you talking about? I'm trying to focus. I really got to focus now. Don't start this. Okay? I'm live on YouTube and I'm live on TikTok because can't go live on Facebook or Instagram right now. All right, let's get into it. So the retail installment contract. The first part, it has the boxes. These boxes are considered your truth and lending disclosure. This is where they're telling you exactly what you have. Why you put? I'm about to block you, cause why you in? Yes, them folks called you. I'm getting a washer and dryer for my kids. I hope you told them that I'm responsible, cause I am. Matter of fact, come up here, cause I need to know what you told them people. I'm gonna be mad if you told them anything else.
All them folks, I don't fucking know you. What are you talking about?
Why would you tell them folks that? Why would you tell them people?
I ain't tell them shit. They called me twice and left a message.
Okay, call them back and tell them I'm responsible, please. I'm trying to get a wash and dryer.
I called them back and they act like they was the IRS, so I told them, for real. They didn't want to tell me who they was. They was just like, "What's your name?" We can find out who called you by you telling me your name. I'm not finna give them folks my name. And then I listened to the message.
Okay, so they called everybody just to see if I was responsible. That's what it was. They really mad. I'm gonna tell you why they did it. They mad because I used to I told you I used to work for Renaissance a long time ago. So when I looked at the agreement that they sent me for the washer and dryer, I told them, I said, don't put that insurance in my stuff. And they was like, well, we gotta do some things before. Oh, okay. Keep playing with me. Take that fucking insurance off my stuff. Oh, well, what if you stop working, baby? What you fail to realize about me is when I get paid, you'll get paid. As long as I get paid, you're going to get paid every time. I'm not even tripping off of it. And I'm going to hurry up and pay y'all off. Y'all
it's the same thing that nigga said before Big Red hung him up.
See, that's why you're not finna get me blocked today. No, sir. Nope. You was not finna get me blocked today. I will call my best friend later. I love him to death. That's my best friend of 8 years, y'all. Anyway, so I'm going to tell y'all about this contract. Because I got to go through, I think I'm going to go through, I'm trying to think. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second because my brain be like speeding up really fast. I'm going to go through the U.S. Auto Sales contract. I'm going to go through American Car Center contract. I'm going to go through credit acceptance contract. Rent center contract. I'm gonna go through all of that tonight. I don't have a choice because it's like if it don't come out, my brain feel like it's about to explode, and I don't be having a lot of people to talk to about this. So y'all like the live and share the live. All right, we're getting into U.S. Auto Sales and its contract, its original contract. So when you look at it, the first thing that I always tell people is to go ahead and look at the definitions because the definitions will tell you exactly who is in what position in this agreement. Now, if you look at the top, it says the buyer is known as I, me, or mine, and it says the seller is referred to as you and yours. The seller is U.S. Auto Sales, Inc. That is how they have it. And it specifically has certain areas and certain things that are highlighted, bold print, things of that nature. Anything that's bold, take a look at it because you never know what it's about. Please don't, I know when I first got into this entire situation, I used to be like, yeah, go here, go there. But I'm starting to be as if you guys just need to go ahead and just start looking in general at any and everything that is bold print, any and everything that is italicized. Just look at it. Even if it takes a little minute, but just look at it. So In this particular contract, the security, it specifically says that security, you will have security interest in this motor vehicle being purchased. Now, if I go back to my book, and it's under my desk. Sorry, y'all. I've been back and forth in this freaking office. Hold on, y'all. Sorry, y'all. Again, this is what I be talking about when I be telling y'all. My brain be everywhere and nowhere. My brain be everywhere and nowhere. All right. So, according to that particular sentence at the beginning of this agreement where it says you will have security interest in this motor vehicle, they're not talking about you. So if you and I are having a conversation and I say, well, you, I'm talking about you. But this contract and this agreement is talking like, you're not you, you're I, me, and mine. And the person who is directing this conversation is known as you. So you is getting all the benefits. If they're saying that you get security interest, I go back to this book as a point of reference. This kind of like eases my mind. I tell people this all the time. This is a point of reference, and I use it from time to time to just kind of sort of put me at ease on some of the things that I go through. So, it says right here, it says a lien is an interest in a debtor's property given by law to protect a creditor, right? Then it goes to say if the debtor voluntarily grants such interest. If the debtor voluntarily grants such an interest, a casual lien is created. If the casual lien is taken in the debtor's real property, the lien is called the mortgage. The casual lien in personal property or fixtures are called security interest. Point of reference, security interest. All right, cool. I think that's, to me, and that's just my personal opinion, that is the only part that makes any part of this entire contract legal, is the fact that there is security interest that was created in personal property or a fixture for this vehicle. Now, when you go through this contract, it's about 6 pages. Yeah, it's about 6 pages. And in this 6 pages, remember I told you everything that is important will be bold. So when you originally look at this, there are certain parts that are bold. I highlighted the parts that I felt like were important to me. Security interest is one of them because it says that you get security interest, which would be U.S. Auto Sales get security interest. And it says to secure all I, which would be Nevadia. I'm going to read it exactly how I learned how to do it. So, y'all like the live and share the live because I ain't even at 1,000. Simple shit. Share the live because this is U.S. Auto Sales contract and I'm breaking it down for free. A lot of people got mad, upset, and was pissy about the fact that I didn't break down the contract for them for free. So here's the breakdown of the contract. Y'all like the live and share the live. It specifically says that to secure all I owe on this contract, so to secure all Nevadia owes on this contract and all Nevadia promises in it, Nevadia gives U.S. Auto Sales security interest in the motor vehicle, including all accessories and parts now and later. So that means anybody that ever got their car fixed and you had to have a part put on there, they got security interest off of it instead of you. All insurance proceedings and other proceedings received for this motor vehicle. That means any insurance that was outside of this actual contract, which means that your insurance, you know how they tell you specifically you got to have insurance when you drive a fly. I got something for that too. So we're going to do this all tonight now. Don't say I don't give y'all nothing. Don't say I don't tell y'all some good information. Y'all like the live and share the live. If you want to watch the repeat, the rerun, you can you can watch it on YouTube. It says the next one, any insurance policies, service contracts, or other contracts financed by U.S. Auto Sales or any proceedings of this contract. So when they gave you that warranty is financed inside. The warranty is called a service contract. That was financed. So that means that when you elect to get it, they automatically got security interest of it. Then it says any refunds or charges included in this contract for insurance or service contract. So that means when they never paid the DOWC, which they knew it was going to get a kickback, they were going to get the refund plus interest. So my warranty for the DOWC, the vehicle service contract was $2,795. So I paid $2,795 and they got a refund back on it and they got security interest off of it. This is the whole purpose of y'all have to sit down and y'all have to read this stuff. Y'all have to read this stuff. Y'all have to sit here, and reading is very fundamental. I'm going to just say that much. It says this security interest also secures an extension or modification of this contract. It says the certificate must show your security interest in the motor vehicle, right? You originally had security interest. You voluntarily gave it away. That's what the other book was saying. You voluntarily gave it away. Y'all like the live and share the live, baby. Or I cannot continue on. Because I can't. Y'all gotta like the live and share the live. I'm gonna put y'all ass on mute. And just continue to do it on YouTube. And y'all gonna be mad. Y'all gonna be mad. Because this is some real spill type of ish. Not only that, when we first started this journey, when it came to U.S. auto sales, everybody kept saying they can't transfer. It said right here in this retail installment agreement, it says that they can transfer it to whoever they want to, and that person will have all the rights, privileges, and remedies. But they're counting on you not reading this. They're counting on you not reading anything in this agreement. Nothing. All right. So then it goes and says that any credit that reduced my debt will apply to my payments in reverse order or when they are due, unless U.S. Auto Sales decides to apply it another way, another part of my debt. It says the amount of credit and all the financing charges and interest on the credit will be applied on my payment in reverse. So when Westlake Portfolio retrieved any and all of these accounts, the way that they applied the accounts weren't incorrect. They're doing what's a part of the agreement, but they're not doing all the things that are part of the agreement. So I'm telling y'all this because this is what it says here. All right. The next page, y'all like the live and share the live. If you have a card with U.S. Auto Sales, American Car Center, Nicholas Financial Inc., Credit Acceptance, who else? Credit Acceptance. And I'm gonna break down Rent-A-Center's contract. If you have any of those, or if you've ever had any of those, just stay tuned. If you want to rewatch the live, it'll be on YouTube. So I'm doing it both. All right. So on the second page, now this is the part that they did not read or they did not pay attention to. A lot of people got their cars repossessed, and it specifically says if Nevadia default, U.S. Auto Sales may repossess the vehicle from Nevadia if U.S. Auto Sales do so peacefully. If any personal items are in the motor vehicle, U.S. Auto Sales can store them for Nevadia and give me written notice at my last address that was on record. If Nevadia do not ask for these items back within the time provided by law, U.S. Auto Sales may dispose of these items applicable by law and what allows. So any accessories, equipments, replacement parts must stay on the vehicle, which means specifically if your car was repoed and you weren't able to get your personal things out of it, you didn't get a letter written to you saying, hey, come get your personal items here because we retrieved the vehicle peacefully. And the reason why I'm telling everybody they retrieve those vehicles peacefully because they come in the dead of the night. And they're not giving you the opportunity to come and get your shit. Again, a violation of any provision. A provision is rules and regulations to a contract and or an agreement. These are all, each and every one of these are provisions. These are rules that everybody has to abide by, not only you, but them. So when Westlake Portfolio Management decided that they were going to take over these contracts and these agreements, they decided that they were supposed to follow any and all of these rules, which they did not. And they never do. So then it says the right to redeem. If U.S. Auto Sales take Nevadia's motor vehicle, U.S. Auto Sales will tell me how much I have to pay to get it back. If I do not pay to get the motor vehicle back, U.S. Auto Sales can sell it or take other actions allowed by law. Then it goes to say that Nevadia's right to redeem ends when the motor vehicle is sold and or U.S. Auto Sales had entered into a contract for sale or accepted the collateral as full or partially satisfied of the contract. Now, the reason why that is important is because think about this. If you've already sold the vehicle and you've already accepted whatever it was sold for, then the contract is partially and or fully satisfied. If it's partially or fully satisfied, for those people that are still making some type of payment to Westlake Portfolio Management because they said they sold your vehicle and you owe us this amount, no. Tell me if it's partially or fully satisfied. If the agreement was partially satisfied, that means that I owe you half of whatever is left. So if you're telling me, and I've called Westlake Portfolio before, and they said that I owe them $14,000, I owe you half of that, which would be initially $7,000 because you've already settled my debt. You've partially done it already for me. So to make it full or to make it whole, I will give you half of what you assume that I owe. To each his own. Try to move your queen however you want to move her. But facts are what they are. Then it goes like this. A lot of people kept saying like, hey, I'm not, they already took the vehicle, they already sold the vehicle, why are they still asking me for money? Well, when you get your car repossessed, I don't care who you are, what you think you are, I don't care what you is. Sovereign citizen, United, I don't care. Pay attention to the words that's in this agreement. It specifically says that if Nevadia do not pay to get the motor vehicle back, U.S. Auto Sales can sell it or take other actions allowed by law. U.S. Auto Sales will send a notice at least 10 days before U.S. Auto Sales sell it. Let's stop there. The reason why I'm telling you this is important because a lot of people have not been getting that notice at least 10 days prior to. If you did get that notice 10 days prior to, you will see that on that notice it specifically says that we have elected to privately sell your vehicle. If you want a public sale, which people don't know, that if you elect to get a public sale after it has been repoed, a public sale specifically makes them bring the vehicle back to wherever it is, back to your county to sell it. And you have an option to go ahead and either have them get lowballed at an auction or you can get somebody to buy it and you'll still end up getting your vehicle. Play how you need to play. But if they don't send you a notice at least 10 days prior to them selling it, then again, they are in a violation of this actual agreement, i.e. Westlake Portfolio Management. Then it goes and say, U.S. Auto Sales can use the money they get from selling it to pay all the allowed expenses to reduce the amount that Nevadia owes. Allowed expenses are expenses U.S. Auto Sales pay directly result of taking the motor vehicle, holding it, preparing it for sale, and selling it. If there's any money left over, U.S. Auto Sales will pay it to me unless U.S. Auto Sales must pay someone else. If the money from the sale is not enough to pay all Nevadia owes, Nevadia must pay the rest of what Nevadia owe U.S. Auto Sales plus interest. It says if U.S. Auto Sales take or sell the motor vehicle, Nevadia will give the certificate of title and any other documents required by state law to record the transfer title. Now, mind you, if they sell the vehicle, I can only tell y'all about my particular situation. So in my particular situation, I ended up getting my vehicle taken on August the 7th, and they sold my vehicle on, when did they sell my vehicle? They sold my vehicle on like January the something. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. This is why I be saying I be having everything together and then I don't. They sold my vehicle. And this is how I know they lying. They sold my vehicle on January the 9th of 2024 at 9:33 a.m. You sold it off of Camilton at the Camilton Manheim, and you sold it for $9,000. I have the bill of sale. Westlake Portfolio Management, because you said you got $8,000. That's what you said. What time is it in California? Do y'all know what time it is in California? I'm curious. What time is it in California? Because we'll do a call right now. You still have your car? That's good. Keep it hidden. I'm gonna say that. Keep it hidden. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Cause we'll see. Cause they'll sit here and lie to me. I have the bill of sale right here, baby. It's 6. I wonder if Westlake is still open. I wonder if they're still open right now. I'm just curious. Hold on, y'all. I don't know if they are. I'm gonna call them right now. Let me see. I don't know if they're still open. And this how you know they probably gonna lie. 5, 6. I don't know. 5, 6, 8, 8. Oops. Okay. I don't know. Let's see what happens.
Thank you for calling Westlake Portfolio Management, LLC, a debt collector. Any information of will be used for that purpose.
If your car has recently been repossessed, press 7.
We're sorry, but we are closed due to unexpected circumstances and are unable to take your call. If you'd like to use our self-service...
That's weird. That's a lot of rumors saying they filed Chapter 13. Who? Westlake? I hope they didn't. And I'm going to tell you why. I hope they didn't, but what I might end up doing is I might end up doing a live. Thank you for somebody that said bless you. Like the live and share the live. I'm going to do a live in the morning where I call them because, and I'll show it to YouTube first. Hold on, y'all. This is the actual bill of sale. And it says that they sold my vehicle for $9,300. And if y'all ever heard me on live before, you've heard me on live say, have a conversation with them, and they'll say, yeah, we sold your vehicle for $8,000. Well, I'm going to show y'all the proof. This is why you have to post that social media, because you don't never know who's going to follow you. Look at this. So you got $9,300 for my vehicle. That's my vehicle. 2015 Nissan Altima. Under 100,000 miles. This is my vehicle. And it was sold. Okay? This is where it was sold. And this is when it was sold. Mind you, you feel me? I got my vehicle repoed August the 7th. So from August the 7th to January the 9th, you guys had my vehicle and then you sold it for $9,000. But I'm gonna make sure I do a live in the morning. And I'm gonna try to do a live on YouTube. I'll probably have to do it from my computer or something. And I'm gonna get them recorded as usual. I'm gonna get them admitting how much they got for the vehicle. Now, mind you, I just showed y'all they got $9,300, but I'm pretty for sure that they are gonna say that they got $8,000 and some change. To each his own. Another person that y'all need to be aware of who else got paid during your contract is your cell phone company. All right? Cell phone company. It says, by providing U.S. Auto Sales Nevadia's wireless telephone number, Nevadia expressed consent to receive telephone calls from U.S. Auto Sales concerning Nevadia's contract, including calls to collect what Nevadia owes. Live calls may be made by one of U.S. Auto Sales employees. Calls may be made by a pre-recorded auto dialer, voice or text, and applicable law allows. This is my consent. Nevadia's consent covers all types of phone calls. U.S. Auto Sales do not charge me for such calls. Nevadia's wireless carrier will charge Nevadia for incoming calls and text messages according to my plan. So your cell phone company gets paid. Every time they call you during that auto dialer, your cell phone company got paid. Your cell phone company charged you. With Westlake Portfolio right now as we speak, if they call you and it's a auto dialer, your cell phone company is charging you for that. You might want to have a conversation with them. So I try not to go too much in depth with the retail installment contract because it's pretty vague. But the reason why I'm breaking this down now is because I'm leading somewhere. I'm leading y'all to water and I'm trying to get y'all to drink it. Okay? couple of things that's about to happen. Y'all like the live and share the live. Again, if you want to watch a replay of this live, it will be on YouTube. So like the live and share the live. Remember, I told y'all about this purchase agreement. During this purchase agreement, you went from I, me, my in the retail installment sales transaction agreement. And now you're back you. So if you and I are having a conversation, then you're you now. But I was you at the beginning. I took all the benefits of being you, which proves that you have all the power, no matter what anybody tells you. In this contract, it says that you are you now, and that the dealer is known as us and our. And it specifically says on the second page of the purchase agreement, it says that you, Nevadia or U.S. Auto Sales, may rescind the retail installment sales transaction if we, which is U.S. Auto Sales, if we are unable to assign the retail installment sales contract to a financial institution. It says my sister has filed Chapter 13. Her paralegal says the Westlake portfolio has filed Chapter 13. When did they file? You might want to check that. Tell your sister or the paralegal to go ahead and look through Pacer and see when did they file. Because a company can file Chapter 13 and Chapter 7 so many times. U.S. Auto Sales actually just got out of Chapter 7 bankruptcy in 2022. And they went back into Chapter 7 in August the 25th of 2023 last year. So they can file it as many times as they want to. You know what I'm saying? I would definitely double check that. And it would make sense of why they would go bankruptcy. And I'm going to tell you why, because I'm going to lead up to that. All right. So this right here, for those that do not know, I've told y'all if y'all was on the live earlier. You see this right here? You see how this form is torn off? It's because this right here talks about your personal information and what they can and cannot share. Now, if you tear this off, they are not supposed to share it with their affiliate companies, U.S. Auto Sales and U.S. Auto Finance, any other marketing companies, things of that nature. They're not supposed to do that. So when I signed this and I filled it out and I did it certified mail and it said that it got there, I kept this as a form of evidence. Now, mind you, if you didn't know or if you weren't here at the beginning of this live, I'm going to just tell you, as I purchased this vehicle and I was getting into this journey of reading and realizing how messed up things were, I ended up doing a UCC 1 lien. And a lot of people, when you get your cars, a lot of people sit here and tell you, don't do no lien on your car. That's crazy. She says the repo came in her neighborhood, ride back and forth and sat in front of her house. That's harassment. I promise you, I would record it and harassment. They're trying to steal my vehicle. Grand Theft Auto. This right here is a UCC 1 lien. All right. For those that do not know what this is what it is. A UCC 1 lien is you putting a lien on your vehicle, basically saying that whoever owns the property is you and everybody else is debtors. They owe you. You don't owe them. So that's what it's for. But you have to do a UCC 11 certified search, which you can do with your state to see if they have a lien on it. Now, what people don't tell you about the lien process is there's another part. There are a couple of different type of liens. The second lien that you can get is called a mechanic lien. So let's just say, for an example, your car is sitting in a yard waiting to get fixed. If they are not paid and it's still sitting there for so long, what ends up happening is they will do a mechanic lien and get the title to that vehicle, sell it, junk it, trash it, whatever. And that's how they keep their business flowing. That's how the tow yards do it. Or that's how the mechanic people do what they do. So a mechanic lien is another lien where you can get it and you can get somebody's title. What's the other one? Is it not arbitration? I'm tripping. Adverse possession is another way that you can get someone's vehicle. Let's just say you decided to take over a house. It is abandoned. You took over the house. There's a car in the yard. You can do an adverse possession over the home and adverse possession over the car that's in the yard, and you can get the title for that car. That's another way. The last way that I know of that you can get a lien on the vehicle, adverse possession. The other way that I know for a fact that you can get a lien on a vehicle is it's called an electric lien. Now, an electric lien, from my understanding, and this is just from my research, I can't tell you about everybody else's experience. I can only explain mine. An electric lien is not something that's going to show up in a UCC 11 search. An electric lien will never show up in a UCC 11 search. You know how people will tell you all the time, do a UCC 11 search, UCC. If it is an electric lien, that is something that they keep to themselves. And when I say keep to themselves, your Department of Revenue, which is the manager over your Department of Motor Vehicles, they know about that. You wouldn't. And a lot of people don't tell y'all about the electric liens because everybody used to doing UCC 11s. I explain to people all the time, like when you first find out something and it's new to you, of course you want to be like super enthused about the situation and just automatically be like, yes, let's do this UCC 11 search. Yes, let's do this UCC 11 search and get it done and out the way. But what people don't tell you is if you do not find it in the UCC 11 search, that there's an electric lien. And for the state of Georgia, an electric lien can last on a vehicle 12 months. They don't need to do nothing else. They don't even have to get a title. They don't have to do anything else but have that electric lien on your vehicle, and it lasts for 12 months. And they have, I want to say, like 3 to 4 companies that you could do an electric lien with. I don't remember if you have to have an actual license to have an electric lien or some type of credential to do an electric lien on a vehicle. Don't get me the line about that. Please do your own research about that. I'm telling you this right now. Now, I'm going through all this rigmarole because it's leading up somewhere. The next thing I want to tell y'all is once I did the UCC 1 lien on my vehicle months ago, when U.S. Auto Sales ended up closing down, of course, I immediately ran to the internet because why? Why would I not? Why would I not? I ended up getting this first class mailer mailed to my mom's address because that's where I was living at. I was living at my mama's house. And it was from a company called Alley Finance and Alley Banking. For those that do not know who Alley Finance and Alley Banking is, they have their hands in this wholeheartedly. Big time, not small. The big one, not the little one. So what they did was, this is a notification of disposal of collateral. It says to U.S. Auto Sales, USASF Holding LLC, USASF National Corps. They have only the March 2024 business filings. Publics are not listed. Big time rush. Yeah. Alley Finance and Alley Banking, which listed themselves as a secured party, and anybody who listed U.S. Auto Sales as the debtor, you guys went ahead and you got a notification. I even got the notification, and the reason why I know I got the notification, here's my name right here. That's my name. And my name is on the list with a whole bunch of other bankers. Okay, plain and simple. That right there just let it be known that that UCC 1 filing that I did, it did do some type of information station because it let it be known that I don't owe U.S. Auto Sales anything. I'm listed as a debtor. Now, when I had the conversation with the lawyer from the Department of Revenue who wants to deny a UCC 1 lien ever existed or that they even use it, he said that they use Title 40, which is, Title 40 is the code, the official code of Georgia. Title 40 is specifically for motor vehicles, and Title 40 talks about abandonment of a vehicle. That's the first thing. Yeah. So now that we've broken down all the contracts, the entire contract for U.S. Auto Sales, I want to let it be known in the process of all this entire situation, a lot of stuff had transpired, right? Of course, there was a big fight between me and a couple of different people that wanted to do. Let me explain something to y'all. I've told y'all this plenty of times. I do not give out legal advice. I do not give out legal advice. I am not a lawyer. I give out personal experience advice. That is all I do. I will never tell y'all anything less, and I will never tell y'all anything more. But let's make it clear. Because Westlake Portfolio is inside of the main U.S. Auto Sales group on Facebook, they have actually reported one of my associates to the bar in Florida. Y'all are mad and upset that people are actually reading the law that you want to tell on them. Not only that, you're screenshotting things from social media, all right? You're screenshotting things from social media, and you're sitting up here saying that this person is not a lawyer, but they're giving out legal advice. And it's because of other people that have been back and forth with me and other people in the group. I.e., there's a young lady by the name of Asha King in there. I blocked her. So she can't say nothing else to me. She can't see nothing else unless she create a whole nother page. She cannot get my legal help. I don't give out legal help. I will not be advising her on anything because of her statement. She got someone in trouble for assisting people who do not understand this entire situation with the Florida bar. Now, number one, I mean, to me personally, it makes it seem as if they want niggas to not read. No offense. No offense. I'm just being completely honest with you. So anyway, let's continue on. As I told y'all before, I still have to do I still got to do a police report. It's a lot of stuff with that going on. But I ended up having to, I said, well, I wanted to make sure I did what I needed to do. Well, one of the things that I needed to do specifically, is I needed to figure out what was going on with U.S. Auto Sales. I asked Westlake Portfolio multiple times to provide me with my contract. I had no problem with paying my payments. I needed y'all to provide me with my contract. Validate the debt, please. They never validated the debt. They never communicated with me. So what ended up happening is I did file a report. Consumer Financial Protection Bureau report. And I kept receipts on everything, and everything is published. So if you want to go and look up anything pertaining to Westlake and any complaints against them in the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, you'll get to see it. Mine is up there. I'm not saying that everybody process don't work. I'm never gonna say that. Try any and everything. Don't put everything in one basket, because that's what works for you may not work for someone else. But I can tell you what mistakes I have made over this process, in this entire process. All right, so I'm going to tell you guys what's going on. So, if you don't know who this man is, I'm about to show him to you. Y'all like to lie, I'm sure to lie. This man right here is a $7.4 billion man. He's 80 years old. His birthday was June the 13th, 1943. Mr. Don Hankey. Okay? Now, when you look up Don Hankey, there's a picture of Donald Trump. And of course, everybody like, what does Donald Trump have to do with this entire situation? Well, for those that do not know, Don Hankey, the man who created the Hankey Group owns Westlake Finance and Westlake Portfolio Management. You know what they did in February, and it could be possibly why these people are claiming bankruptcy or Chapter 13. I'm going to tell you why. Hold on. And you can look this up. This is public knowledge. I will never sit up here and be like, you feel me? Sounds like some hanky-panky. I will never sit up here and tell y'all some stuff that I can't show y'all. So, I want y'all to look up. It's actually, what's so crazy is it's in the New York Times. Look up Hankey Group bails Donald Trump out. The Hankey Group, the same Hankey Group that owns Westlake Portfolio Management and Westlake Financial Services. Yeah, that Hankey Group. They bailed out Donald Trump in February of this year in New York. Yeah. Trump's bond benefactor earned billions from subprime car loan. He's considered the king of car loan Don Hankey. Don Hankey said his decision to help Donald Trump post a $175 million bond was a business decision. Through he voted for him in 2016. So you bailed Donald Trump out because you voted for him in 2016? You didn't care about the other people that you were stealing from. Because let's be honest about the situation. Westlake, when people got all their loans and all their accounts transferred over to Westlake, a lot of people's loans were starting over. Even for those people that had their car 3, 4, and 5 years. What? Okay. Let's continue on. The California billionaire Don Hankey, mind you, he's California. He bailed out Donald Trump in New York. Okay, let's continue on. The California billionaire Don Hankey made his fortune by offering high-interest auto loans to buyers with bad credit. This week, he signed up a new client in need of urgent help, Donald J. Trump. A company operated by Mr. Hankey came to the former president's aid on Monday and provided a $175 million bond in Donald Trump's New York civil fraud case, helping him avoid financial disaster. It was the first time Don Hankey It was the first time one of Mr. Hankey's companies had done such a deal, and the state of New York has demanded the firm show its ability to provide the guarantee. Mr. Hankey earns a representation as provider of this risky, lucrative loan, specifically collateral-based debt that can be arranged more quickly than convenient loans and require borrowers to pledge value assets. Donald Trump got bailed out by Westlake Portfolio Management by making y'all sit up here and pay that high-ass interest rate. And so here's the thing. I do not care. My thing is with Westlake Portfolio Management is y'all don't have the authority to do the things that y'all are doing. Y'all are, when I tell you, y'all are sitting up here bending these folks, y'all are jailhousing the little people, the people at the bottom of the pyramid. You're jailhousing the people at the bottom of the pyramid so that yours can stand up high enough so you can do what you need to do. Like pay $175 billion freaking bond. You paid $175 million bond because you voted for Trump in 2016. Now, let's make it abundantly clear. I don't have no beef with Donald Trump. I don't feel no type of way towards Donald Trump. To me, I appreciate him because guess what? He cut the grass low enough for you to see all the real racist people. The people who said that they were never racist, you seen them come out. So I'm not mad at him at all. I don't feel no type of way. I appreciate the checks too, bro, man. But I don't feel no type of way about Donald Trump. I feel some type of way about the people that you use the bond. The bond money came from the people with these high-ass interest rates, the people with messed up credit, the people who has that mindset that cash is king, the people who have that mindset that cash is king and that I need to pay those people, the people with fucked up credit, and the people who have challenged credit. Those are the people who pay for this $175 million bond for Donald Trump per Mr. Hankey of the Hankey Group, who owns Westlake Portfolio Management. And the reason why I know this, and I keep telling y'all, I tell y'all all the time, keep up with your paperwork, baby. This is not a joke. Keep up with your paperwork. Anytime you talk to these people, record the conversation. It's for a reason. I'm not telling y'all something that I don't know. I'm not telling y'all something that I'm lying about. I'm not. The company that did the underwriting for the bond is the Night Management Insurance Company. Now, remember how I showed y'all earlier? I don't know if I showed y'all earlier. The paper that looked like this. Remember I told y'all to start reading these type of papers? Yeah. This is the same paper I got from Westlake Portfolio Management. The reason why I know for a fact who the Knight Company is because the Knight Company did the underwriting for the bond for Donald Trump for Westlake Portfolio Management. They specifically say that that's one of their affiliates. which means they're in common ownership, which means the same people that own Westlake Portfolio Management, Westlake Finance, these people, these is owned by a group called the Hankey Group. The Hankey Group is the same group that bonded out Donald Trump and his financial endeavors in New York. This is in, what is it, the New York Times. And you got a problem? Anyway, let's continue on. Let's continue on. Now, Mr. Hankey's highest profile client is running again for the White House, and if elected, could exert an influence over the federal regulation of his high interest loan industry. What does that tell you? I don't know if Donald Trump gonna go back in office or not. I do not know. I cannot predict that part of the future, but I will say this. Now is the time to go ahead and get your credit in order. Because I'm telling you right now, I have a funny feeling. Most of my gut feelings are always right. My gut feeling is pretty big. My gut feeling is always fucking right. I have a funny feeling that you invested $175 billion into Donald Trump. And if he wins the election, he is going to influence any person that has bad, fucked up credit in all aspects, not just with cars, houses, flights, because you can use a credit card for that. Flights, insurance, all of it will be affected. Let me tell y'all something. While we're here, let me go ahead and plug my cousin in. Y'all don't know my cousin, I'm going to tell y'all who my cousin is. My cousin, her name is Honey Drop on here, right? She has a credit book. Menzel Financial. I printed it out because I need paper type of person. This is the entire book. She has it in an ebook form. Y'all go click her link. Get your credit right. Because I'm telling you, he's not person. He's a corp. Okay, Lord Jesus. I don't have time. Listen. I do not have time for that. I do not have time for you to tell me who is a corporation and who ain't. Because right now, everybody is considered an enemy of the state. And I'm telling you why. Trading with the Enemies Act says it. Everybody is an enemy. And the only thing that protects these corporations is, where is it at? The Corporation Act. Hold on, I wrote it down. The only thing that protects, the Companies Act of 1929. That's what protects the corporations. Because I be reading. This is what I be doing in my spare time. Mr. Hankey is 80 and is in the public eye thanks to the New York judge's decision in February. That's February of this year, baby. In February, that Mr. Trump was liable for conspiring to manipulate his net worth. The judges imposed a $454 million judgment with the penalties that jeopardize his business empire, raises and possibilities that the state could seize some of Donald Trump's buildings. The former president appealed the judgment, and in the meantime, the panel of 5 appellate court judges decided last week that Mr. Donald Trump post a fair lower bond for $175 million. And guess who fit the bill? You did. Everybody who paid off their car and got their car titles, I'm proud of y'all. I'm excited for y'all. I will never be a hater. None. I can't. I don't want to be a hater. But I'm going to tell you this. You paying off that car that belonged to U.S. Auto Sales and never belonged to Westlake Portfolio Management, you just paid off a car and helped Donald Trump bail out. Now, again, I told y'all plenty of times, I don't have a problem with Trump. I have a problem with the people that backed him. Because if he has the power and the influence to do the shit that he did before, what do you think he's going to do when he gets back in office? This is some scary shit. Mr. Hankey said it was an easy decision to provide the bond a legal promise to cover the portion of the penalty if Mr. Trump loses his appeal and fails to pay. People seeking such bond generally pays a fee to the bonding company and pledge the collateral, including as much as cash as possible for the full amount of the judgment. Mr. Trump's 175 million in cash collateral is being held on his behalf by a brokerage fund or firm which could invest it and gain interest for him, Mr. Hankey said. Mr. Hankey is playing a very dangerous game, and I'm gonna tell you why Mr. Hankey is playing a very dangerous game. He's playing shoots and freaking ladders right now. The man is playing the slots machine, and the reason why I'm telling you this man is playing the slots machine is because think about this: if I'm a bonding company and I put the bill of $175 million up to make sure you go to court, I put up that bond. You go to court. If you don't go to court and you run, I don't get my money. But if you go to court, not only am I going to get my money, I'm going to be good. If you go to court and you lose, I'm going to get my money anyway. If you go to court and win, I'm going to get my money plus interest. If that's not gambling at its finest, it's crazy. It says, I look at it as business number one, Mr. Hankey said in an interview on Wednesday. And number two, I was happy to help someone. Oh, you was happy to help someone? You was happy to help Donald Trump because you knew that he would influence the low-income people if something happened. If something happened. All right, they asking to verify me, so I need y'all to like the live and share the live because they think it ain't no interaction here. Like the live and share the live. If they asking to verify me, it's because it's not much interaction. I need y'all to like the live, share the live. I don't really care about gifts. If y'all give them, I appreciate it. Then it says on Thursday, the New York Attorney General office questioned the qualifications of the company that provided the bond, Knight Specialty Insurance Company. The Attorney General demanded that the firm or Donald Trump's lawyers show within 10 days that the company is capable of fulfilling its obligation to pay the $175 million if Trump defaults. The Attorney General asked Don Hankey. Hold on, what it said? Asked Don Hankey. Hold on. And Don Hankey is worth $7.4 billion. They asked Don Hankey, the $7.4 billion man, if his one company had the actual collateral for the $175 million bond. Just in case if Donald Trump defaults. That's if he defaults. While Mr. Hankey company had not previously provided so you ain't never did a loan like this before. You never did a bond this high. Mr. Hankey said the deal was not dissimilar from other underwritings by Knight. It says Mr. Hankey said he did not know the origin of Mr. Trump's cash, but believed it was all of his money. He insists that the arrangement was not motivated by politics, but that he supports Donald Trump before and would do it again in November. Mr. Hankey said he believes that the judgment in the civil fraud case was a bit unfair. It says, we could care less if someone is a Republican or a Democrat, he said. Like Mr. Trump, Don Hankey owns companies that have run and foul and regulatories and has been accused of deceptive business practices. Listen to this shit. I cannot believe Westlake Portfolio Management. Listen to this shit. In 2015, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau ordered two of his companies, Westlake Service and Wilshire Consumer Credit, to refund customers $44 million and pay a $4.2 million fine for deceiving customers. In 2022, another firm, Westlake Finance, agreed to pay $225,000 to settle allegations that it had, in violation of federal law, repossessing at least 70 vehicles for members of the United States military who had been called for active duty. Mr. Hankey and his companies had corrected the past practices. We have 1.5 million customers, so it's hard not to make a mistake. But obviously, we try to minimize the mistakes we have, he said. Come on now. The Hankey Group has tried to minimize the mistakes that they've made, and yet they're still making mistakes. You just put up $175 million fucking bond for Donald Trump because you support this man. Again, I told y'all this plenty of times. I don't feel no type of animosity towards Trump. I do not care. Westlake Portfolio Management, Westlake Financial Services, and the King Knight, whatever they want to call themselves, insurance company that wrote the bond to save Donald Trump's ass, that's who I got a problem with. I ain't got a problem with Donald Trump and his ass. I don't have a problem with that. This is crazy. Crazy. It says, Richard Painter, who served as the chief ethics lawyer to the President George Washington Bush and ran as a Democrat for Congress, said he was very, very, very concerned about the major player in the loan industry helping Mr. Donald Trump and the lack of details about the bond, including whether other people were involved in providing the cash collateral. Because they didn't think the $8 billion man can fit the bill for Donald Trump if he defaults. Mr. Painter said that he was worried that Mr. Hankey could ask for a favor from Donald Trump if he is reelected. He has got a lot of leverage. Mr. Painter said that if Donald Trump is back in the White House, we know exactly what he wants, and that is for Donald Trump to shut down the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Get your credit right. Get your credit right. Get your credit right, baby. Because I'm telling you right now, get your credit right, get your trust in order, get all your shit together. Because I'm telling you right now, when November hits, they've been doing this the whole time. Yes, behind closed. We just found out about this. One of my associates that I'm cool with, I knew when that Pfizer. Listen, my homeboy in Florida, he was just like, he was listening to a podcast. And the podcast was talking about how the Hankey Group bailed out Donald Trump in his case in New York. I've talked about the Hankey Group before because the Hankey Group owns Westlake Portfolio Management. They own Westlake Finance. And they own a whole bunch of other affiliate companies. I've talked about the Hankey Group. So that's why it was significant. So when I go and I look it up, you're doing this because you want a favor from Donald Trump if he's reelected. Call a spade a spade. Call a spade a spade. Mr. Hankey said that he would not lobby Mr. Trump if he were president. Regulations is fine if it's not overdone, he said. Like Mr. Trump, Mr. Hankey is a billionaire. According to Forbes, with the wealth estimate, it specifically says that his estimated is $7.4 billion. His companies are based in Southern California and include Westlake Finance, one of the country's largest provider of subprimers and near subprimer loans, North Hollywood Toyota, a dealership in Los Angeles, California, and the Hankey Investment Group, a real estate firm. Forbes has called Mr. Hankey the little-known king of subprime car loans. For you people with fucked up credit, or for you people that got cash is king mentality, you fall right under this. You fall right under this. Yeah, because they're not playing. It says his offer to help Mr. Trump came together over several weeks after the New York judges issued a final ruling in February. February, we're talking about February this year. February of this year. Ordering that the former president to pay the $454 million judgment. Mr. Hankey said he had been talking to his wife, Debbie, about the ruling when the conversation shifted to how one of his companies could help. Miss Hankey knows someone close to Mr. Trump and made contact with that person whom Mr. Hankey declined to identify, that led to the negotiation between the executive of Knight and representatives for Mr. Trump, including Alan Garden, the executive vice president, and the general counsel of the Trump organization. When I tell you, they always say behind every good man is a strong woman. Debbie is the one that's been, don't they say the queen moves however she wants to on the board? Don't they say the queen move? If this is not chess at its finest, if you're not learning how to play chess, please do. It's been a minute since I played chess, but I'm not going to lie to you. I do have a chessboard, and the person who I was on the phone with earlier, he's one of the people that I play chess with, low-key. The queen moves however she wants to move on the board for a reason. It is a very calculated situation. This article from freaking New York Times said that Debbie is the one that called the connect for Donald Trump. Hey, Donald Trump. Lil Connect. Mr. Anonymous. Hey, my husband has a bonding company that can fit the bill. But you got to get the bond lower than $454 million. We could do $175 million, though. Man, what? I would have loved to have been a fly on the motherfucking wall. I kid you the fuck not. I would have loved to be a fly on the wall. I kid you not. I kid you the freak not. I would have loved to be a fly on the wall. And this is what, when y'all be like, oh, I need a woman to do this. You got women out here that are like that. Like me. You feel me? I walked up into Clayton County's employment and got their EIN. Because Clayton County, it's hard to get their EIN. You got to get a woman behind you, a decent one. Get you a decent woman behind you, because what's her name? Debbie? Debbie, she messed around the whole entire thing. We mad at Mr. Hankey. It's really Debbie we need to be mad at. Low key. We need to be mad at Debbie. Because Debbie called somebody from Donald Trump's camp and said, we can't give you the $454 million, but we can give you 175. Mr. Hankey said on Wednesday that his company had been discussing possible terms to secure the full $454 million. He said that would have carried far more of a risk, requiring Mr. Trump to provide not only cash as collateral, but also some real estate. So you didn't want to take his money. We're going to take some credit from you, Donald Trump. We'll take some of that. We don't want to take none of your real estate. Come on now, dog. Y'all, look. This is not even a joke anymore, bro. It's really not no joke anymore how much they are laughing in our faces. They're laughing at us. This man said, this. Listen to the title of the article. This is in the New York Times. It says Donald Trump's bond benefactor earned billions from subprime car loan. Don Hankey said his decision to help Donald Trump to post a $175 million bond was a business decision. He voted for him in 2016. Come on. Oh. This man said because I voted for Donald Trump in 2016, I support him no matter what. Buddy didn't even want no collateral. When I got bailed out of jail, my mom and them had to put up some money. Okay? When they bailed my cousin out of jail, they had to put up their house. You just posted bail. You just said, I'm going to give you $175 million, but we don't want none of your real estate, and you didn't provide no cash up front. Explain to me how else do you put up a bond? Credit. Hold on, what? Credit. Come on now. Come on. These people are playing in our faces, bro, and it's crazy. It's crazy. Because then when I say stuff like this, I get censored. I get in trouble. I can't go live on Facebook and Instagram right now. Not because of this knowledge stuff that I'm speaking, but because of other reasons, okay? Sometimes I enjoy making videos about big booty bitches, but hey, this is what happens. When I really want to be on some shit. And, let me tell y'all something. Watch this. I'm about to tell y'all something. My homeboy, y'all don't know this. I'm about to tell you though. Somebody has case law. My homeboy in the state of Georgia has case law against Westlake Portfolio Management in federal court. Federal court, baby. Don't talk about how my screen is cracked. Mind your business. Don't talk about how my screen cracked. Mind your business. Guess what they cite? They talk about how. Remember how when this whole situation started with U.S. auto sales? Let me just tell y'all, right? A lot of consumer lawyers kept saying that Westlake Portfolio Management could not be deemed as a debt collector because they took over these accounts before they were put in default. But according to this case law, according to my homeboy's case, you feel me? Against the co-conspirator, against them folks, it specifically says that no matter what, you guys are debt collectors. So the FDCPA does apply to you. So every time you violated the FDCPA, every time you violated the Telephone Communication Practice Act, it's in this case. It's in the case. And every time Westlake Portfolio Management decided to try to put a motion into place, they try to put a motion into place and say, well, he didn't provide actual documentation. The judge was like, he provided documentation. And guess what? They even told him that we're going to be lenient on you because you're pro se. Y'all just have to get up and fight. I kid you not. It is the craziest thing ever. You think that you're going outside of your mind? Please, get up and fight. That'll show you a different side. Buddy just sat here and thanked me. He thanked me today and was like, bro, if it wasn't for you saying something, I wouldn't have even decided to fight. You feel me? I wouldn't even did this. He's going to get a check. I hope he give me at least a good adult $5. He can give me an adult $10. If y'all don't know what adult dollars are, an adult dollar is $100. An adult $10 is $1,000. An adult $20 is like, you know. I hope you give me a little something. Give me $1, $5, an adult dollar. But anyway, I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be a real. Y'all need to get with the people y'all need to get with. Y'all need to get with Red. Y'all need to get with John. Y'all need to get with Honey. Y'all need to get with Tanika. Y'all need to get with these people right now. Because I just read you some shit off of the New York Times. For you people that got Nicholas Financial Inc. Oh, what was I finna go over? I was finna go over my rent-a-center contract. You gone. Where you going to? Where you going? Where you going? Send me your phone number. Because you ain't going nowhere. You're going to be right here by me. No, you're not. Why? Niggas is always trying to retire. If your mama you ain't bought your mama a house, then you're not retired. because I said so. Yeah, my homeboy, he sued him in federal court. Violating the Telephone Communication Practice Act. Violated a bunch of shit. Violation. Yeah. It's case law now. I thought you were gonna go over one more class, Red. See, Red you ain't put your mom in the house. She pretty much won. Yeah. Look, I'm waiting for my securitized audit to come in, and I'm going right back to court against Westlake Portfolio Management. What? That was the last one. You know what? I'm sick of you. I'm sick of you today, Red. I'm sick of you. Y'all ain't finna leave the burden on me, because them folks ain't finna bother me. I'm telling you right now. Why are they still putting Westlake on my credit report? Ha ha! They're violating the Fair Debt and Collection Practice Act and the FCRA, which is the Fair Credit Reporting Act. These are federal charges, baby. That's all I can tell you. I'm transparent with you. They're violating the Fair Debt and Collection Practice Act. They're violating the Telephone Communication Act. They're violating the FDCPA, which is the Fair Debt and Collection Practice Act. Each and every time that they violate is like $1,000 every violation or some shit like that. Plus anything that goes with their agreement. Asking for an extension, which got denied. Yeah. They, let me see, can I read it to y'all? It says on May the 29th, I'm sorry, y'all. My fucking eyes killing me. It says on May the 24th of 2023, the defendant, a debt collector, sent the plaintiff a during letter telling him that he owed more than $22,000 to U.S. Auto Finance for an outstanding vehicle loan. In response, on June the 4th of 2023, the plaintiff mailed a collections of letters to the defendant to dispute the debt, requesting validation of the debt and instructions to the defendant to cease and desist all non-mail communication and collection activity. The plaintiff acknowledged, however, the letters were lost in the mail and never arrived. On June the 10th, the defendant called the plaintiff's cell phone. Although he never consented to such call, the defendant, which is Westlake Portfolio Management, the defendant called him more than 30 times, left several voicemails, texted him twice, and in 2.5 months. It says on August the 28th of 2023, when he answered the calls, he was greeted by silence followed by a pre-recorded message, and when the calls went to voicemail, he received similar pre-recorded messages. The plaintiff believed the calls, which were originated from at least 4 different phone numbers, were placed using an automatic telephone dialer system. On July the 13th of 2023, after learning that his initial sent letters were lost in the mail, the plaintiff resent the letter to the defendant, which is Westlake Portfolio Management. A certified mail receipt confirms the letters were received days later from July the 17th of 2023. Of the 30 plus calls, text messages the plaintiff received through August the 28th, 20 were made after the defendant was receiving the letters. I'm not going to lie. Westlake agents are disrespectful. Hell yeah. Then it says the defendant sent the plaintiff a response to the request for the debt validation and enclosed a copy of the account details and included the consumer payment history information. On July the 30th of 2023, defendant sent a letter notifying the plaintiff that the account was in serious default. The letter explained that the defendant was reviewing collection options up to the including repossession. The letter also instructed the plaintiff to call as soon as possible to discuss the options to cure the default. On August the 17th of 2023, the default repossession The defendant repossessed the plaintiff's vehicle. Days later, on August the 20th of 2023, the defendant mailed him a letter stating that the intent to sell the vehicle, um, that the vehicle was in deficiency, redeem the amount to avoid the sale. On August the 31st of 2023, the plaintiff paid the defendant $1,722.89. It says the plaintiff filed an initial complaint on September the 22nd of 2023. He filed his first amendment to the complaint a month later. The defendant moved to dismiss both pleadings, but those motions were mooted by the plaintiff's SAG filing on November the 14th of 2023. In the SAC, the plaintiff alleges that the defendant's actions violated 1692C AL, 1692CC, 1692D4, 1692D5, 1692EF, E4, 1692E5, 1692E10, 1692F1, 1692F6, and 1692G of the FDCPA, and violated the Telephone Communication Practice Act. As before, the defendant has moved to dismiss all the claims under the Federal Rule 12b-6. It says the motions have been briefed and is ripe for review, which means Westlake Portfolio Management has been violated. I just read it to you. It's in case law now. Ain't no more motions to dismiss. You can't dismiss something that they have actual proof. And it continues on. It's probably like, it's 25 pages. I'm not going to read the full 25 pages, but it is in Pacer. Look up Westlake Portfolio Management in the state of Georgia. First name is going to be Eric. That's all I can tell you. He don't like his business out there anyway. I don't advise going back and forth with them. What you mean? Don't go back and forth with the agents over the phone? No. I don't go back and forth with them. That's why I said tomorrow in the morning. Tomorrow in the morning, I will be calling Westlake Portfolio Management. I'm going to do a live, and I'm going to call them because I have a bill of sale right here. And this bill of sale says that they sold my vehicle for $9,300. I just want them to admit on audio and video that they got $8,000, because I distinctively remember me doing a live and they said, yeah, we got $8,000 and some change. No, you didn't. You got $9,000, buddy. This is the bill of sale. So here's the thing. What people don't understand is when I started this journey with the whole U.S. auto sales situation, people started watching me. And it's more people than I ever thought. So that's why that's another reason why I chill out on social media as well. So people were watching out for me and watching out for things for me, to kind of like help my situation or whatever the case may be. So there was a young lady that does work at the car place, at the car auction place. And she kept a watch for my car. That's how I know my car was there from August the 7th of 2023 to January the 9th. They sold my vehicle on January the 9th, and they had told me from January the 9th all the way up until now that they only got like $8,000 and some change for my vehicle. She took a picture for me, and I printed it out because I know you lying. So I'm going to make sure tomorrow I'm going to do a live. It's going to be early in the morning. I'm going to just hop on live and see, can I call and have a conversation with Westlake Portfolio Management and ask them how much did they get for the 2015 Nissan Altima with the VIN number 1N4AL3APXFC184675. So whoever does eventually have my vehicle, because somebody bought it. I don't know who bought it, but it's 93,000 miles on that cat. You feel me? It is red. It's sold on January the 9th of 2024. And it sold for $9,300. This is the bill of sale. So y'all know that this is not no joke no more. Tomorrow I'll be doing a live in the morning. I'm going to get up super duper early because I still got to do some more studying. I got to finish reading Trading with the Enemies Act 1939. And then Trading with the Enemies Act 1970. I gotta finish reading that. I gotta finish reading my credit book and my trust book too. I got a bunch of stuff that I have to catch up on reading and stuff. I still gotta buy stuff for my house. I told y'all that before. If you want to support, you know what I'm saying, click the link in the bio. Yeah, that's pretty much what's been going on. This is my life and this is what it is. Hopefully y'all will be back in the morning. It'll probably be like, what time do it be in California? If it's 9 here on the east side, hold on. What time is it in California? Okay, so it's saying it'll be 6 a.m. in California if it's 9 a.m. Oh, Trading with the Enemies Act. So hold on, let me show you the beginning part of that. And it's so weird that every time I read it, I have to put it down because it be so much blowing my mind, like it really do. So this right here is Trading with the Enemies Act 1939. So this is what it looks like. Of course, like I told you before, I like to print out a lot of stuff because I'm a paper person. So as I printed it out, that's why when who was it? I think it was Tanika, and they was talking about it. It specifically talks about how basically, you know what I'm saying, the penalty for trading with the enemy is 500 pounds or imprisonment. 500 pounds is $632.14 in US dollars. So that's why I said that the other day when I was like, oh, 500 pounds or whatever. Because a lot of people, this is how you could tell if somebody is really reading the shit or not. If they could reference some things out of here. The only thing that protect the companies from trading with the Enemies Act is Companies Act 1929. Don't ask me about that because I haven't read Companies Act of 1929, but it basically says that the Companies Act protect the corporations because technically every time they give you an instrument or anything of that nature, it's trading with the enemy. But because of this act, the Companies Act, it protects them. So it's not like they're in violation. That's why they do the things that they do. But anyway, I didn't want to get into all of that because when you're still learning, you're still growing, you're still doing things that you need to do. I'm posting the live